Dear students, today we will discuss effect of temperature on reaction rate. We know that or observe that as temperature 10 degrees increases, it increases rate of reaction 2 to 4 folds, means 2 or 4 times 2 to 4 times reaction rate increases when you increases the 10 degree temperature. How it is happen? We have a rate of equation, rate of reaction, sorry, not equation, is equal to rate constant into concentration of reactant. By this formula we can give the rate of reaction. Okay, therefore rate of reaction is also depends upon concentration of reactant and the constant. As we increase its temperature, it increases reaction constant. Okay, therefore this is multiplication. When this quantity increases, your this quantity will be increases. With increase in temperature, reaction constant is increases. Therefore, as you increases the temperature, the reaction rate is increases to a certain temperature. Okay, we know that if there is a rate and at one side there is you increases the temperature. Okay, you increases the temperature, rate is increases at certain level, and after that it is a stable one. Okay, that rate will be the stable. But at suddenly when you increases the temperature at start, the reaction rate definitely will goes on increasing. Okay, then there is a Van Hoff rule is there. According to this rule, he given an equation. Okay, if suppose we have experiment, we have did the one experiment, that is we have found the constant for a particular temperature by doing experiment, and to different temperature T plus n into 10, two different temperature we have done the experiment and found its constant temperature for constant at T temperature and reaction constant at n fold temperature is increases in original T. That equation is given as gamma raised to n is equal to k T plus n into 10 upon kt. Suppose we carry the temperature at temperature k is equal to 0 degrees Celsius, and other temperature we carry the 30 degrees Celsius, and we found its constant. It is you can represent like that, and it is you represent 0 plus 3 into 10. Okay, in this case n is equal to 3 and you increases the 10 fold of temperature. Okay, this Van Hoff rule is applicable when reaction is carried out in solution at very low temperature. Okay, and it is approximate rule is there, and this factor is a temperature coefficient. This factor is called as the temperature coefficient, and this coefficient will goes on decreasing as you increase the temperatures. You increase the temperature, this coefficient gamma goes on decreasing and tends to unity. Unity means the your reaction is the stable, means the your reaction is at that in this graph, this side is your stable reaction, is the rate is the stabilized. Therefore in this area your gamma is will attain the unity. Okay, suppose we have this one of the reaction is there, methyl iodide. When react with the your C2H5ONa, it gives the that ether CH3O C2H5 plus Na. We studied this reaction rate. Okay, this is the reaction rate at different temperature. You found that the reaction rate is goes on increasing as temperature increases. When this value we put in this equation, you found that gamma raised to n is equal to T. If you take the first, this is the your T1, and if this is your T2, therefore for this temperature it is K to the bottom 0, K 0 plus 3 into 10. Okay, because after that is equal to K30. Okay, two different rates we have, K30 upon K0 plus n into 10. Therefore K0 is equal to, we have K30 rate constant K30 upon rate constant at 0 degree Kelvin or 0 degree temperature, Celsius temperature. Now you have the values 0.56 into 10 raised to minus 4 upon 20.80 into 10 raised to minus 4. When you solve this, okay, n is the raised to 3. When you solve this, you found lambda is equal to 3.33. Okay, when you found all these value, lambda goes on decreasing, and at a certain point lambda should be the value of lambda should be the one, that is a reaction is the constant. Okay, why we started from the temperature effect on reaction rate. Scientists found that as the 10 degrees Celsius temperature increases, rate of reaction also 2 to 4 times increases, and this relates with the when your temperature increases, there is increase in rate constant takes place, and also hence your reaction rate is increases. And then Van 't Hoff rule is given as gamma raised to n is equal to Kt plus n 10 upon Kt, and this lambda is goes on decreasing as your temperature is increases. Lambda goes on decreasing as your temperature increases and tends to at the last 0 it attain lambda is equal to 0. This Van 't Hoff rule is an approximate rule, and it applies only the reaction in solution and at low temperature. This is about the why reaction rate is increased with temperature, and this briefly explained by Arrhenius. It gives the equation. There is relation. It relates that equation relates the rate of reaction and temperature is given by the Arrhenius. Now we will discuss on the try to find out, derive or find out the equation of Arrhenius. If there is a reaction, A gives the B product. Therefore, when A gives the B product, when it acquires sufficient amount of energy, then by using that particular sufficient energy, it gives the product. That energy is called as the activation energy, which is required for a reactant to give the, or it reacts, gives the product. Okay, that is absorb energy. Okay, sufficient particular energy absorb for giving or for reacting or for giving product. That energy is called as the energy of activation and denoted by EA. Suppose two different reaction you are performing at same temperature. The reaction or the reactant which requires less activation energy will be gives the fast reaction, isn't it? Same temperature, but energy of activation is less, then reaction becomes fast. And if at that same temperature but energy of activation is higher, then reaction is slow. Okay, this relation was given by Arrhenius. Arrhenius equation is given as K is equal to A e raised to minus A upon RT. This is a Arrhenius equation. This relates the rate of reaction with temperature. When you differentiate this equation, the differential forms of the Arrhenius equation will be del ln K upon with respect to time, with respect to temperature, okay, is equal to EA upon RT square. This is a differential form of Arrhenius equation. Okay, this is Arrhenius equation. And this gives, when you differentiate it, it gives this equation. Therefore, this is a differential form of the Arrhenius equation. Okay, when you differentiate it, okay, for removing this exponential term, therefore we have to take the log both sides. Therefore, ln K is equal to A. When you take the log, it becomes minus EA upon RT. Okay, then take the derivative of del with respect to ln K with dt, that is temperature, change in temperature. This is constant. it will be constant terms is the derivative of constant will be not considered. Therefore, this equation derivative minus EA is a constant, R is also constant. Okay, this value is will be 1. Therefore, d T upon T. Okay, when you differentiate, you obtain this, and now when you take the derivative of this, del ln k upon dt is equal to minus E upon R. You found that the formula for this 1 upon x dx if is equal to x minus is equal to, okay, this will be gives the at the numerator x minus, x is at this place plus 1, it gives the x minus. Therefore, differentiate this equation when you obtain x n plus 1 upon n plus that is the n x n plus 1 is equal to minus 1 x, that is minus 1, and then you are okay, that is n minus 1. Okay, sorry for derivative, it is n minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to minus x raised to minus 2 is equal to minus 2. When you get the denominator, it is often minus 1 upon x square. Okay, like that way. When you find its derivative, then it becomes minus 1 upon t square. Okay, like that way we differentiate 1 upon x. Instead of you put t x as a t dt, then dt, then t raised to minus 1, it will reverts. Then n, formula by n, x n minus 1, by using this formula, this is n is the minus 1, therefore minus 1, t minus 1 becomes the minus t minus 2 is equal to minus 1 upon t square, because this when you gives them at the denominator, its sign will be changed. Okay, therefore you obtain the differential form of equation. Okay, is it same? Okay, this negative becomes positive, therefore you obtain from RNS equation differential form, you obtain like that way, and this differential form will be is equal to del nk upon dt is equal to E upon RT square. Therefore this is a for sake of convenience for understanding, is it a differential form of this. Therefore we derive it for just understanding. You can remember that term, that is differential form of RNS term. This equation is a differential form of RNS term, and it gives the relation between the rate constant, activation energy and temperature by using this differential form of RNS equation. Now, how to derive the RNS equation? There are the two methods. First is the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, by using Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. If suppose you have a reactant A and it absorb the energy of activation, and it gives activated complex, and from activated complex you obtain the product. Okay, this is the sufficient energy absorbed by reactant or required for reactant to react and use the product. After absorbing energy of activation, your reactant will be gives the activated complex, and by the activated complex it gives the product. Okay, other way we can say that your reaction rate also depends upon the energy of activation, or reaction rate is directly proportional also energy of activation, not energy of activation, number of molecules. Okay, n is the number of molecules which is activated, E is the activated. Rate is directly proportional number of molecules which is achieve this state, that is the activated state. N means the number of activated molecules or reactant. Okay, now Boltzmann or Maxwell-Boltzmann gives how many fraction of reactant will be have this energy activated, it forms the activated complex. How many molecules or reactant from number of molecules of reactants fractions which will be activated is given by the Boltzmann Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. Okay, it gives us number of activated molecules. Okay, then means the number of activated molecules from number of total molecules. T stands for the number of total molecule. Okay, remember that T stands for the number of total molecules. Okay, is equal to e raised to minus EA upon RT. This is equation is the given by Maxwell Boltzmann. Okay, this equation signifies that number of activated molecules. Okay, suppose there is a 100 reactant is there and only 10 or 5 is activated, therefore NT is the total. From the total NEA, that is 5 molecules are activated, therefore that is a fraction means the from this number of molecules are activated. Okay, number of molecules activated from total number of molecules E raised to minus A upon RT. This is the one equation. Therefore, number of activated reactant or molecules will be equal to, this will transfer the right hand side, total number of molecules into E raised to minus A upon RT. Okay, this is the first equation. Now we said that rate of reaction is depends upon or directly proportional rate of reaction directly proportional total number of activated molecules, because these molecules will give the product. Okay, suppose it is 100, it is a 5, if it is your activated molecules will be 5 there, from this you will obtain the 5 or 3 product, but not directly 8, 10, because this gives the B. Therefore ultimately, or other way we can say that your energy rate of reaction is directly proportional to the number of, this A star is nothing but what? n number of molecules is activated. Okay, that is concentration, number of molecule. Okay, therefore rate of reaction is directly proportional to the number of molecule activated, because it gives the number of activated reactant only give the product. Disactivated or not activated reactant not gives the product, only activated molecules gives the product. Okay, therefore rate of reaction will be equal to A. Okay, this proportionality constant will be removed, new constant, you take the constant into n number of molecules which is activated. A is a frequency constant. Okay, a frequency constant, or you can also, okay, that is okay, that is A is the frequency constant. Therefore rate of reaction will be equal to n A into number of molecules which is in excited state. Now substitute these values in this equation. Therefore rate of reaction is equal to A, that you give the number of molecules into e raised to minus E upon RT. Okay, what is meaning of NT? NT is the total number of molecules or reactant. Okay, if it is NT is 100, okay, therefore it is, its concentration is the 100. Therefore this is nothing but the concentration of reactant. Okay, therefore it is nothing but your actual concentration of reactant, which is here we denoted by the C. Okay, NT is nothing but the concentration of, initial concentration of reactant. Therefore A is A into C into e raised to minus E upon RT. Okay, therefore when you compare this equation, our rate of reaction we given as K into concentration of reactant. Okay, previous or first lecture we discussed this rate law. Rate of reaction is equal to rate constant into concentration of reactant. Therefore by comparing with this is equal to, you found that A into C into e raised to minus EA upon RT. Therefore C is a concentration of reactant. Therefore A into e raised to E upon RT into C. When you compare this equation with this, you found that this C is the reactant. Okay, it replaces this. And what is about K? K is this term is the K, that is a rate of constant. Therefore K is equal to this term A into e raised to minus EA upon RT. Okay, this equation you will obtain by integrating this equation del in K upon dt is equal to EA upon RT square. Okay, when you integrate this you obtain this, and when you differentiate this you obtain this. This is Arrhenius equation. When you differentiate Arrhenius equation, okay, previously we discussed how this we can obtain the derivative of this. When you obtain derivative of this, you obtain this equation, and vice versa. When you integrate this equation, you obtain this. Integrating, you obtain. Okay, we will not solve here integration of this. By integration this, you obtain this, and by differentiating this, you will obtain this equation. Therefore, this equation is a differential form of Arrhenius equation, and this equation is a integrated form of this equation. Okay, this is the first method to obtain the Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius equation gives relation between the rate of reaction with the or rate constant with the temperature. This is your Arrhenius equation. We start from the temperature, 10-fold increase in temperature, also 10 degree Celsius temperature or 10 degree Celsius Kelvin degrees so temperature will increase the reaction rate 2 or 4 times. Therefore temperature is ultimately, we say that temperature increases, rate of reaction also increases, and rate depends upon the rate constant. When temperature is increases, rate constant is also increases, and hence reaction is increases. Therefore the relation of rate constant and the temperature is given by Arrhenius equation. Therefore the first method to derivation of Arrhenius equation is by using the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. That law is given by them for how many molecules are activated by absorbing certain kind of energy. That certain kind of energy is nothing but the energy of activation. I hope you will get all these ideas. Thank you very much.